between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Bulldogs offense will start this game off with the football. Pulls and fires complete. At the 35, he's loose. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. And the Bulldogs come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle, it's Williams. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt.
Oh, they faked it, snapped it to the up man. They'll stop him short, and they had it sniffed out from the beginning. The Razorbacks offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
They're working that left side. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season. And, man, you know he's looking for more.
Bringing the heat. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. The pressure, and there he goes down again.
And he was virtually unblockable on that play. You know, it reminds me of seeing the highlights of my partner here, David Pollack, a guy that doesn't like to talk about his own greatness, so I'll do it for him. David raised the bar in the standard for D-line play at the University of Georgia. It was his athleticism. It was his tenacity. He wasn't just getting sacks and tackles for losses. He was picking off passes and taking them to the house. He was like the honey badger before the honey badger, but playing D-line. All-time.
And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Breaks into the open. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. The Dogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. That one comes out hot down the right side. Picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. The give to the single back. Fine, taking it the other way. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They're going to ride this running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, we know this offense obviously really struggled their last time out. They knew coming into this one they would have to be better at running the football, and that just has not happened in this game. They're simply not physical enough offensively at this point.
Under fire. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They've spotted them a 10-0 start. Now to see if they can answer on this drive. He leaves it with his back. Got the first down and more. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
To the ground. He's got it again. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Back to pass. Get it out on the screen. Across the 35. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
High the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. Caught over the middle. It's Williams. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The big tight end, always able to make the defense pay.
And tight ends have evolved so much in football. I mean, these guys are like wide receivers now, and you see why. Got the athletic ability, the big bodies, throw to them, and they make big plays for you.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got his man on the right. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And the Razorbacks want to move quickly. This proficiency in the passing game can take you back to yesteryear, one of the great quarterbacks in Arkansas history, in Joe Ferguson.
Yeah, just slinging the pill, just being able to provide balance, being able to attack down the field, get people out of the box, and not be predictable. That's a really good job by this quarterback.
I don't care who you are, but if you're going to have success offensively, you've got to have some semblance of a running game. They didn't have it their last time out. They obviously really struggled in that game. And in this one, just not getting enough push up front. And it's
just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game. But finally now, you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Right on the money. A solid pickup there, works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds. The Razorbacks will try to pin them back with the punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away.
Open field on the right. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. This time it's complete. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Leaves it with the back. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on third and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. He can't make the catch. He was open on the crossing route, and instead they're facing a fourth down. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. And guys, that 3-ball has us all tied up here in the second.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Soft spot in the middle. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Wide open downfield. He's at the... and he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Arkansas! That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive football.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They'll go to work trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. Shakes off the defender. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Williams. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain. This offense looking at a 3rd down after that last completion. From the gun. Wants to pass. Makes the catch. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wants to throw on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make the play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
And the Dogs are flying down the field. They'll give it to him again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make a stop.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll give it to the back. Hard running there. At the 45 on his way. He goes out of bounds across the 25. Mark it at the 24. And this defense, its head is spinning. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Let's go. Looking downfield on 1st down. It's complete to the left. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Trying to pound it in. Touchdown, Georgia! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? The extra point here would tie the game.
And that is a huge touchdown for the offense and also a big momentum shifter in this game, because now if they kick the extra point, they tie this game, anything could happen.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Looks like a penalty on the kickoff as the ball goes out of bounds. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He makes the grab. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Rides the back on the option to give. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Back to pass on 2nd down. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He goes out of bounds across the 25. Mark it at the 24 in this defense. Its head is spinning. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Zings it complete to the right. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. A 1st down run in the red zone. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
It's a big-time moment for the defense. They're creating a negative play, getting a sack with the opponent right down on the goal line. Now that they've backed him up a little bit, a touchdown doesn't seem like it's just a gimme.
The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Now on 3rd and goal, and that earlier sack left them with more ground to cover. From the gun, wants to pass. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Absolutely perfect. And now they regain the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, every game in CUSA is so very critical. How about this one today? Jacksonville State is getting hammered right now. They are the nail, and that figurative mallet is just pounding them into the ground. What a bad look. They're trailing by 23 to Middle Tennessee. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward in a game that could shake up the CUSA race significantly.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here. We're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Looking to throw for it. Working that left side now. They make the tackle, but he's got enough to give Georgia a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Looking deep down the right side. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Pedal to the metal right now for this offense. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here on their 3rd possession, they're still taking shots way down the field, and why not? Give the defense credit finally. Something good happens for them to get the incompletion, but if I'm this quarterback, I'm still throwing it.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Athens.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
The throw to the outside is complete. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw in that out route.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. And the big dog got him again, and Georgia can be judicious when they put. They get pressure from the guys up front.
So nice having a defensive line that hunts, and you're... Georgia finds these guys, but the double guys, the guys that can double sacks in a game, double-digit sacks in a season, these guys make your defense really special.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up. Man coverage, maybe blitz.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on third down. He lobs one high down the left side. He caught it. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down.
And that had to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no rhyme or reason why a receiver should be that wide open, that deep down the field. Defense, they better check themselves.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. They will score! Touchdown, Razorbacks!
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target, accurate throw, and 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
The returner will field it and bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads it downfield. Makes the grab inside the 30. Touchdown, Dogs! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And that's the exact opposite of what this defense drew up in the locker room. You want to stop giving up explosive plays. You want to play deep, make the offense earn it. But play one, they put the ball in the air, down the field. DB can't make a play. Not only that, the run after the catch, a disastrous start for this defense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. There he goes. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Razorbacks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to fire on second down. Makes the grab. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
When I'm a quarterback and I see zone and I see my guy curl up real quick, I got to hum it. And he threw that thing with some revolutions, with some velocity right to his receiver so he can make the catch.
And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Sends it back in motion. Gonna swing it on second down. Grab near the sticks. It's Williams. Still running at the 35. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
This tight end's a weapon because he can give you yak after the catch. You see him break that tackle? That was pretty impressive, showing off his athleticism.
Georgia going back to work with another first down.
29 Philly, 2-9.
He'll pull it on the read. Turning it on. Finally out of bounds at the 21-yard line after the big run. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only one play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks. And all they want to do, continue to fight, continue to hang around as long as possible and stay within a play or stay within some kind of big game-changing momentum play.
And they'll get him down inside the 5 with this offense powering toward a score. Georgia heads to the line with a 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Dumps it to the back. He's got it on the move. Touchdown Bulldogs! They take the lead with the 6. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Pulls it and fires to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Under fire. Finds his tight end. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run, and this guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. He'll get rid of it. Pulls it in. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wide receiver comes in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Here's a heat. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Well, I'll tell you, he picked a good time to have his longest run of the day. Really nice job there, feeling the pressure, buying himself some time, and then taking off and getting north. And just so gifted when he's in the open field. That's going to really give a jolt to his offense.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a...
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football, and you saw it right there.
Power football with the run. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we could put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll.
Yeah, and he's shown you a little bit of everything today. Shows you why he's a really good back, and the line's paved some holes, and he's right at 99 yards. And the way this game's going with the lead, he's going to get a few more touches, break that century mark, and when you do, you have a great chance of winning football games.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And the Bulldogs are facing 3rd and inches. Not quite in rhythm there. In incomplete.
QB decided not to hand it off on that RPO. Defense, great job taking the throwaway, now setting up fourth.
They'll keep the offense on the field on fourth down already with a one-possession lead. Going for the marker on the ground. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And when the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards in his block that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
Got his man on the right. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Let's send the tight end in motion. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Got the first down and more. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening.
Really nice job by the running back here in the fourth quarter, picking up that first down. They need him now. They've got the lead, but not by a lot. Late in the game, they need him to play his best football at a moment in the game when everything is on the line.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Georgia! And they take it in for 6 more points. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, we've got a 2-possession lead.
The Hawks send that offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Gonna take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got out of trouble and throws. It's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
That's a big-time blow, man. Once you get that under that 3-minute mark and you're down by multiple possessions, you've got to put something together. The last thing you can do is turn it over because that clock is not your friend.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quick completion to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. Just outside the red zone. If they pick up the first down, they'll spot it at the 22. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. The Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. from the gun. Give on the inside. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get it.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Dogs! As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. That score looks as if this one might have put it a little too far out of reach.
Yeah, this game's pretty much over. That was just the icing on the cake. But, you know, speaking of cake, I'm kind of hungry. Can we get out of here? Can we finish this game so I can go get something to eat?
Bringing it out. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They'll start this drive going to the air. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the big fella.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Bulldogs. The defense does the work itself with a pick six. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
And that's going to make the defensive coordinator happy because he's just hoping his defense can get off the field there on fourth down. Just get a stop, get a tackle, back the ball away. We're going to pick it off, and we're going to take it to the house. Great play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution.